Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and thank you for tuning in this week. This week's video is going to be a little bit different than normal. Our weekly check-in is not going to include a weight loss count. I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to that section. We're going to look at another bariatric food that I found. I found a snack that's bariatric friendly that I'm really liking, that I think you may enjoy as well. And we're also going to talk about the results of the surgery that I had 2 days ago. And if I sound a little groggy, it's because I'm a little groggy. And then I'm going to talk about my visit this morning, my 1 year post-op visit with my nutritionist, and where I am moving forward. So I apologize for my voice. It's been going in and out the last few days since the surgery, so sound quality may be a little funkier than normal. This video, technically yesterday, today is the 30th of March. Yesterday was my 1 year post-op anniversary. So I had my weight loss surgery a year ago yesterday. The day before that, I had another surgery just now. So 1 day shy of a year anniversary, I had to have a second surgery. But we're going to talk about all that here in a little bit. I just want to say thank you everybody who's been tuning in. Quick reminder that this will be my last weekly Friday video. I'm going to start releasing the videos every other week. Probably it's looking like Wednesdays. Wednesdays was the day of the week that I originally released these videos, but my work schedule has changed, and so now I'll be working late Fridays, but I'll be off Wednesdays. So I may do a very short weight count video this upcoming Wednesday, the first week of April, and then I'll be doing one every 2 weeks after that. You should hopefully see some videos in between there, though, cooking videos, product reviews, and things of that nature. So you'll still see content coming out. But that being said, we'll jump right into our weekly check-in and kind of talk about how everything's going on. We'll jump in with that first. So as I mentioned, this week's weekly check-in is going to be a little bit different because this is the first week where I don't have a weight count since I've been doing this whole thing. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, I just did not get a chance to weigh this morning, and I always like to weigh first thing in the morning before I eat, after I go to the bathroom, stuff like that. Before I shower, so basically I'm naked, so there's nothing else weighing me down. You're just getting straight me the weight. But I had to get up very early and go to a doctor's appointment this morning, and I am still really sore from the surgery I had 2 days ago, and so did not have a lot of free time. I was trying to bustle as quickly as I could. So I did not weigh myself. Second of all, because of the surgery I had 2 days ago, I know just from what I've been told straight up, I'm heavier right now because of some temporary factors. I had a lot of fluid intake because I was on IVs pretty much all day Wednesday. So I got a lot of fluid in. And I've been drinking extra fluid the last couple of days. And as is normal after this type of surgery, you retain a lot of water. And it's several days before you go to the bathroom. So I haven't gone to the bathroom in a couple of days, which is fine. I'm not in pain. I don't feel like I have to go. It's not constipation or anything like that. I just don't have to go. I haven't been eating as much. So because of that, right after the surgery, I mean, literally from that morning to when I got home that night, and I ate nothing in between, I gained like 5 pounds per my scale. And it was all liquid weight, and they also filled me up with gas, because I'll talk about that here in a second, the surgery, but they filled my cavity, stomach and chest up with gas to space it out. So because of that, my weight is not accurate right now. And so I didn't want to throw a number out there, say, oh, I gained a bunch of weight, and then next week it'll all be gone and look like I had some awesome week. I didn't want to falsify none of that. So last Friday, I weighed 201. We're just going to kind of stay at that one until this upcoming Wednesday. By then, everything should be out of my system. And that I'm going to do, like I said, just a short weigh-in, check-in video to kind of get the Wednesday videos rolling. But to talk about the surgery, exactly what happened there. Excuse me. So I did have my gallbladder removed. They took that out. And then they went in to see if I had an internal hernia in my small intestines, which I did. So they had to repair that as well. Now, the surgery itself was laparoscopic. What that means is they didn't have to do a big incision, open me up and go in. They went through several little holes. I've got 5 small cuts, which are just there with the 7 other cuts from the last surgery. So I got these little scars on my stomach. And they go in and they do it remote with cameras and stuff. So it's very less invasive. But again, to make all that work, they pump you full of CO2 to expand the inside so you've got more room to work. Now that CO2, they get some of it out, but it doesn't all come out. So it gets in there, and because it's pressing against different nerves, my shoulders and my neck are killing me right now. Even the stomach wound is not, where they went in was not that bad. It's my shoulders and my neck that hurt the most from the gas pressure on the different nerves and stuff. And that can take a few days. Laying down is rough. I have not slept well the last couple of days because of that. I have painkillers and I'm taking them as directed, but they only help some. So I'm pretty uncomfortable, I would say. I'm not in a horrendous amount of pain. I'm more uncomfortable. Depending on how I'm sitting, really can determine the neck. I drove today to the doctor's visit, so while driving it was rough. But overall not horrible. So yeah, but the surgery went well. It only took like 45, 50 minutes, I believe. After that, I was just soft foods for a day or so. I did like cottage cheese and Greek yogurts and a lot of stuff you guys will have on phase 2 and into phase 3. The soft stuff post-surgery. I just kind of fell back into that for a day or so. Stayed away from carbonated beverages yesterday and today. I've just been drinking, I had a little bit of lemonade, but it's mostly just been water and protein shakes. Trying to, get lots of water in and stay hydrated. But the surgery went well. They put me under. I woke up sore, woke up groggy. They gave me some serious drugs at the hospital. I was a lot of it. But overall, it was a success, and hopefully that's going to take care of that problem. Doctor said that he believes that's fixed the issue, but should I continue to have problems, cramps in my stomach, there may be another medication that I have to take as more of a preemptive type of thing. Surgically, they've done pretty much all they can do at this point. So we're hoping for that. So that was the surgery. I'm off a few days, so I'm just kind of chillaxing here at the house, but not doing a whole lot because, again, my voice keeps going out, and I'm really sore, and I'm really tired. Not a big part of that's just because I can't get any really good sleep. Next thing I'm going to talk about was my visit this morning with my nutritionist, my 1-year post-op visit. I saw them. They did all my blood work last week, so that way they'd have it when I went in today. And everything there looked good. All my numbers were great. The only thing I was a little bit low on was vitamin D. So she recommended I just get an over-the-counter vitamin D vitamin. I got some Men Chewy ones. I like the Chewies because they're little gummies and they taste fruity, and I don't get candy, so that works. So I've got the little gummy candies or vitamins, and I'm gonna do 2 of those a day, which is 2,000 of vitamin D. So that I guess will help a little bit. And then after that, we really talked about the future and where I'm at weight-wise. Talking with the surgeon and the nutrition over the last week or so, there's been some questions of whether or not I wanted to keep pushing down to hit 190, or if I should stay where I'm at, which is right around the 200 mark. And after discussing today, we're going to go ahead and push to the 190. 190 is still going to be my end goal weight. Give or take a pound. Maybe up a pound, maybe even down a pound. But that's what we're still going to shoot for. We discussed things that I'm going to need to do to change in my diet to level off once I get there. So these changes I'm about to list, I'm not doing now. These are changes that I will be making once I hit my goal weight. We're going to increase some of the amount of food, the caloric intake. I don't really count calories, but it's something I'm gonna have to start doing a little bit just to increase it. Currently, for the last year, my carbs have been between 30 and 60. I'm gonna bump that up by 15 carbs. My fats were supposed to be under 30. I'm gonna bump that up by around 8 to 10 for fat, and then protein. Where it is, the more protein, the better. There's nothing there. But we're going to try to increase the amount of food I can. And so they gave me a list of certain foods that I can add back into my life that give like the good carbs. So while they're high in carbs, they're still going to be positively working for me. And number 1 on that fucking list was peanut butter. I'm going to tell you straight up, I can't tell you how excited I am that I'm going to get peanut butter. Not yet. Once I hit 190, I can eat peanut butter. Probably not a lot of peanut butter, but peanut butter. Peanut butter and jelly on toast, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just to have peanut butter is going to be damn amazing because I enjoy peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich is scrumptious, and more importantly, I like it on toast. Bread, butter, because I'm Canadian, we butter everything. Butter, peanut butter, strawberry preserves, because I want the chunks of the berries. I want that jelly shit where it looks just like Jell-O. I want chunks of fucking fruit in there. Big ass chunks of fruit in there, so preserves. With peanut butter. Probably I'll start smooth, but I prefer crunchy. But there's other things I'm like trail mix, nuts. Said using some olive oil when cooking. I've been avoiding that, but that was a good example of what they used to bring a little bit in. And we're going to do that to try to level me off. She said if that doesn't seem to be stopping the weight loss, I'm going to add it again. Another 15 carbs, another 8 to 10 fats, a little bit more, the equivalent of 250 calories, basically. So we'll do that a few times, and then if I'm still running into issues, then we'll have to talk about other options, surgical or whatever. But I've leveled off pretty close at this point. Like I said, it's just been 1 to 2 pounds a week for the last few months. So I don't think it's going to take much for me to kind of, bring that to a flat line. But I'm excited that I still get to go to 190. If they just told me to stop at 200, I'd been fine with that. But to be honest, I kind of want to get under 200. Just to be able to say I start with, like a number 1. That'd be kind of awesome. So I'm excited I get to keep pushing down to that. I had my wife take a picture of me in the hospital bed. And we also took a picture of me, I believe, last year in the hospital bed. And if I can find them, that's going to be them right there. So one of these will be me when I had my weight loss surgery a year ago. And one of these will be when I had my gallbladder surgery 2 days ago. Basically a year apart. So little difference there. Same basic outfits. They don't change their clothing much. But yeah. So that was pretty cool. Getting to talk to them about that. Increasing the foods and stuff, which I knew would happen. I knew I would get to start eating a little bit more things. We didn't discuss some of this stuff, I'll be honest, I forgot to ask. But things like potatoes and rice and stuff. I have my 2-week post-op visit for this surgery, and I'll probably ask about those then. But I have a feeling things like potatoes and rice, those are going to be 99% gone out of my life permanently at this point, which, to be honest, I haven't had them in over a year. So I'm not that worried about it. Once in a while, a French fry would be nice. You see a French fry, you kind of want it. But overall, if I had to go with potatoes or rice, I could be fine. In fact, I'd rather have jambalaya. I would rather have rice and jambalaya than I would have French fries at this point, because I miss jambalaya more. I also forgot to ask about alcohol, which I know I couldn't drink for a year. Again, with this new surgery, I wouldn't have messed with it anyways. So I'll ask about that in a couple weeks when I go back in. So we also discussed excess skin, which I've 100% certain I am not having a surgery to remove. I have the excess skin, and I know I show it, but it's really mostly like sit down here. I've got just this little bit of pooch there. Like if I pulled it up, it doesn't look that bad, but when it hangs down, I've got it on my stomach, of course, my ass, between my thighs, I got some excess skin, but it's in areas that most people aren't going to see, and I've discussed it. I've been doing some online shopping. I found several compression shirts that are meant to be tight, snug, and kind of hold all that together. I have to wait a little bit, again, because of this surgery. I don't want to be pushing in right now, but here by the end of April, I'm probably going to buy my first compression shirt. And I'm going to talk to you guys about it. I'm going to do a video just about that. I'm going to show me in it, see what the difference is in shape and such, before and after. I may try several different compression shirts, do reviews on all of them, see which ones I feel are the best in support versus price. So for those of you who are interested in that kind of thing, if there's a brand that you're really been looking at or you're interested, or hell, it's one you use that you think is really good, please drop it in the comments here, because I'm going to be looking at getting one from several different places and trying to find the ones that I like the best and do reviews on all of those. Speaking of reviews, I have a snack to talk to you guys about. I found a snack at, again, I shop at Kroger grocery stores in my area. I'm sure you can get them other places. You probably get them online. But I was in the hippie section, which I try to stay out of that fucking vegan hippie shit. But I don't get chips. I mean potatoes. I just talked about that. I did find these. They're called Our Little Rebellion. It's the brand name. They're called Protein Crisps. And they have several different flavors. Okay? Now, it's not often that I find something vegan that I enjoy. These are pretty tasty. They have several different flavors. I just got the barbecue one. I got 2 bags of this one. And it's pretty good. But to give you an example of your metrics here, 5 servings per bag, so 1 ounce. Not a lot, but, you know, for those rare snacks. 90 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 10 carbs, 10 proteins. So that's a good amount of protein for very little fat, and the carbs are reasonable. You compare that to a bag of regular potato chips or something, and considering these are not fried, so there's no grease, these are definitely better. And it's a soy-based thing. I'm just looking in here to see if there's anything other weird sunflower oil, hippie shit, a whole bunch of hippie shit in there, but it tastes really good. I buy the chips that are very much like this from my doctor's office specifically, the Bear Life brand, and they taste very alike. Price-wise, this bigger bag is probably a bit better of a deal, but they don't have some of the flavors that they had through my doctor's office. They got pizza flavored, salt and vinegar, and all that shit, and I like those, so I'm still going to buy those there. But this was something nice to try. I highly recommend it. Again, Our Little Rebellion Protein Crisps is my product of the week, and I highly recommend it. Very tasty. If you have something you're looking for, just to kind of feel that crunch, because I find I don't get a lot of crunch in my diet still, especially in the early phase, but even now. So it's nice to have that. So I thought I would share that all with you. So, right, where are we at now? So right now, as of last weigh-in, I was at 201. So that means, assuming, you know, I lose all this liquid weight from the surgery 2 days ago, if I'm at 201, that puts me 11 pounds away from goal weight. And that's not a lot. A couple months maybe, if I maintain, if I can keep going as I'm going. I'm pretty excited about it. Everything went really well with my doctors and the surgery. Other than some discomfort, overall, I'm doing very well. So thank you to everybody with the well wishes on Facebook and on the channel. And I've been getting a lot of well wishes and prayers and stuff, and I appreciate that from everybody. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I'm going to go ahead and end this one out now because it's killing my back to be sitting here. But with this being the year, I'm here at the very end. I'm going to put just some pictures from throughout the last year. You can see some of the changes and such, just kind of a bit of a recap, and then we'll have the credits after that. So again, everyone who's been swinging by, thank you very much. Everyone goes to my website, all my social medias, all the links to those are down in the description of this video. I appreciate all of your support over the past year and your continued support, and I hope if you've had this surgery, I hope you have as much success as I have. If you haven't yet, man, you're looking forward to an awesome experience once you finally get in there. Are there downsides? Are there bad spots? Sure, but just feeling a million times better on a daily basis is worth pretty much any sacrifice I can think of. So thank you all again very much for being with me for the past year, and we will see you again later. Have a good week.